Hey guys, Anders here. Welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be about my tips on how to best control recoil. Just some like general information and just sort of how I go about it. And I'm not going to lie, I'm making this video because I'm a little tired of people in the comment section going, Anders, why did you have no recoil? Oh my god, there's no recoil. Oh my god. Well, okay. I absolutely do have recoil. And we're actually going to get something right out of the way that maybe people don't know about, and it is actually the interactions between recoil and controller input versus recoil and mouse and keyboard input. That's not really like a hostile take on it. It's just like I just want to bring the information to people out there so people know. And yeah, we're going to go over that in a little bit here. But as always, if you liked the video, like tip videos like this, hit the like button. Thank you so much for 15,000 subscribers. So I really do appreciate it, guys. So the thing I want to get out of the way first is controller actually has less recoil than mouse and keyboard. And I will actually demonstrate that in front of you right now. As you can see, I'm on mouse and keyboard right now. And I'm just going to shoot this wall. I'm not going to control the recoil at all. And like I said, this is just so people know, right? I'm not taking like a stance here. This is just how this is, okay? This is how this was in Battlefield 5 as well. So I'm going to shoot the wall here. I'm going to just dump a mag. And I'm not going to control the recoil at all. And then I'm going to switch the controller, do the exact same thing. And you guys will see. And then we'll get into the recoil tips and all that stuff. So I'm going to mag dump. Alright, so that was with mouse and keyboard. Now I'm going to switch the controller. I'm going to shoot just to make sure the game realizes that I am in fact on controller. And then we're going to come over here and we are going to mag dump again. If you don't believe me, I'll do that a second time. And then I will switch over to mouse and keyboard again. Let me give myself some more ammo. And now I'm on mouse and keyboard again. So as you can see, I mean, it is a considerable more, it's definitely more recoil on mouse and keyboard. So if you didn't know that, now you do. But anyway, tips as far as controlling recoil. So this might sound really dumb, but join a server, right? Whatever gun you want to use, if you want to use the AK, if you want to use the M5, if you want to use the MP9, all these weapons have like different sort of biases and whatever. The M5 kind of goes up and to the right. AK kind of goes straight up. Go into a private server and just shoot at the wall like I just did. See what your weapon actually does. And I'd recommend actually taking advantage of the muzzle attachments in this game. If you find that the weapon you're using has too much horizontal recoil, which is the worst version of recoil, because it's inherently random if it's not biased to one side, right? Because it can go in two directions, right? Right or left. So horizontal recoil is definitely the worst type of recoil. Vertical recoil is just obviously, you know, go straight up. Find out what type of recoil pattern your weapon kind of has and kind of try to customize it for yourself. So with this weapon, I don't find the muzzle attachments are actually worth it for me. I find the recoil is fine for me to control just as it is. But just kind of practice your recoil, right? Like, it'll take some practice, but really focus on keeping your crosshair in the same place. And you can maybe even use a letter to try to help force you to try to keep your crosshair in the same place. Like, oh, I want to try to shoot all my bullets inside of this, the hole in a P, right? And just, this might sound dumb, but really try to focus on keeping your crosshair in the middle of that. And just practice this over and over, go in games and really try to make sure you're keeping your crosshair on target. And that's really all there is to it, you know? Figure out what your weapon does and just go in there and practice, you know? And a lot of people ask me when I stream, Enders, what do you look at when you're shooting? Do you look at your crosshair or do you look at the person you're shooting? And this can affect recoil control a little bit as well. It can kind of confuse some people sometimes. Honestly, I look at both. And it's kind of hard to explain. Like, I kind of look at my crosshair relative to the person, right? And, you know, say there's a guy over there. If, you know, he's running over there, I just kind of make sure to keep it level with him and as best as I can, and also on target. So it's kind of like they're both very important to pay attention to. As far as any other recoil control tips, on controller, you do get less recoil, so, but it's a different type of like recoil control, right? You're controlling it with your thumb, and I recommend kind of just, I don't know, just try to really read signs slow down give you, right? Use slow down aim assist to your advantage. If you use snap aim, use snap aim to your advantage, and kind of just feather it, right? You kind of just gotta feather it. Try to keep it on target as best as you can. Try to position yourself to make sure that you can kind of take the fight, be ready for the fight, and focus on your gun skill. Mouse and keyboard tips. You just got to get in there and practice, you know? I mean, you got to make sure your sensitivity on either input is comfortable. If you're controlling recoil on a sensitivity that's too fast, you might find yourself, you know, doing one of these, right? If you're controlling recoil on a sensitivity that's too slow, you might find yourself, you know, pulling down, but it's not actually, you know, going down as far as you want. You want to make sure you can keep a nice, steady group like this. You want to make sure you're comfortable. That is one of the most important things when you're talking about controlling recoil in this game. So I hope that helped you guys out. I hope that provided some useful information for people. And if you like the video, hit the like button. I stream every single day on twitch.tv/enders as well. Link is in the description. Thank you guys so much for 15,000 subscribers, and I will see you guys in the next one. Shout out to that plastic bag. If you made it to the end of the video, comment down below, plastic bag gang. See you later.